Hey, it's it's been a while. You good?
I'm working. I'm working hard. I promise. My streak's going good. I just hit the 365.
It won't be like last time. I promise. I'm gonna keep doing it. I won't let it end. You want me to call Lily? Listen, man. I can't afford Max. I don't have any money. All my time is spent doing Duolingo. I can't. You know what? This has to end here. I'm not gonna let you push me or any other language learners out there around anymore. I didn't want to have to be like this. It's here, Duo. Oh. I'll get back to work now. Yeah. I'll give her a call. Okay. Bye now. Lily-san, 大丈夫ですか?
So today is day 3 of my 30-day Japanese intensive challenge of using Duolingo and Anki to see how much Japanese I can learn. With it being day 3, really none of that Anki has stuck, so I'm pretty much going fresh in on my Duolingo knowledge for this particular challenge. And today we are going to be trying to read Doraemon, the incredibly popular Japanese children's manga, in Japanese with just Duolingo knowledge. I don't think I'm going to do great, to be honest, but I'm pretty eager to see how much Duolingo has actually been teaching me these last few years. I've been doing it every day, pretty diligently, but ultimately I don't feel like a lot of it is sticking, so I think this can be great to test to see how I do, and as well as maybe how you will be doing following along. Off to a rough start. See, I'm recognizing all of these, but I don't know what they mean, or how most of them sound. That's all that I recognize all of them. Let's click into what happens. Where are we going? I hope this isn't. Oh, no, we don't want this translated. Okay. Chapter 1, I think. There's our guy. Yeah, me. It's 2. I got that. Oh yeah, we're good. We got this. Okay. At this point, I should let you guys know that I've managed to completely avoid anything about what this is about. I've just seen Doraemon like around in media and stuff, and a lot of people encourage Japanese learners to try reading it because it's pretty simple, beginner Japanese because it's kind of aimed towards children. And I of course have the language level of like less than a newborn. So, in terms of my Duolingo knowledge, I really am recognizing a lot of this. But not much more than that. So they even have the katakana here above the kanji, which I assume is to help children / people like me who are trying to learn. So it's weird. I've written all these out in Duolingo for sure. You know, you go through the lessons and it's the ones where it's like, oh, we're gonna teach you some kanji. So you practice like drawing out the same one for like 5 minutes. It kind of sticks. So I'm recognizing them, but I'm not retaining really what they mean. So that's no, that's ku, and I think that's ni, I think that's ka, I think that's chi, I think that's ha, I think that's ro, I think that's ga, I think that's ro, I think that's to. Ooh. Gi, ro, to. Chi no kuni ka chi haro ga ro to. I have no idea. I'm recognizing them, but not much more than that. So let's dive in. Okay, we got the house. We're in Japan. We got that for sure. Sound effects, kind of like JoJo's. If you've read JoJo's, it's very good. Okay, we got our guy. Okay. No. Ka. Okay, I'm not gonna cheat. I don't want to use my notes, so we're just gonna decipher what's going on with our very limited knowledge. And if you know what's going on and I'm butchering this, like, let me know in the comments. But we got a guy here. He's snacking on something. Okay, he's got like an onigiri, I think. Hot water, so tea maybe. Some ocha. Onomimasu. See, it's fine. I know what's going on. It's probably a heater. Okay, so he's having a good time. Whoa, something's up. I actually really like how they do have that. I can't remember if it's hiragana, katakana, but in front of the more complicated figures, there's the easier ones that help you decipher it. And I like that a lot, except that I still don't know what it means. But I got no for sure. It's no. That's ha or wa. I'm actually not too sure. That's san. Is that sanjupun? Sanjupun? So is that 30 minutes? I feel pretty good about that. Ni ku something su do or do. Confused. He's anxious. Whoa. Something's going on. And then there's our guy, who I assume is named Doraemon. But I don't know if it's like a Ratatouille thing where his name's not Ratatouille. But he's got something to say. He's saying something ku. Yeah, I don't know what he's saying, but it was shocking. And he's flipping out because he's like, what? He's saying something. He's looking in the drawer instead of where he just popped out of, which is strange. He's pointing at him and he's freaking out, so I assume he's accusing him of a crime, perhaps. And he's getting down on his knees, but maybe he's accusing him back. Okay, so they're both guilty of something. Doraemon's saying they gotta work together to get through this. But now he's got an eye on the little snacks that are going on. Which, I definitely thought that one earlier was onigiri. Because I make that at my house. Like, I'm not good at it, but like I enjoy doing it. These don't have that little nori on them, that little seaweed, so these could be anything really. It could be like that could be a sandwich. It could be a grilled cheese. I don't know, because I can't read it. Duolingo's not teaching me this. Whatever it is good. He's looking at the plate. He's going back in the drawer. Oh, he's gone. Gone. Everything's all good. He's just hallucinating. Probably the guilt from whatever crime he committed. But now someone else is speaking from the drawer, and it's this guy, who I think is maybe a lawyer for the crimes, who Doraemon has summoned to help them out. And they're saying a whole lot of things that I still don't really know at all. So far I'm getting the vibe that Duolingo maybe isn't cutting it out. But we don't know yet. I could be right about all my theories. So we're gonna keep reading. Let's take a moment. Take a sip of your coffee if you got it, or any other drink you have, because this is important. We gotta stay hydrated. Because you see, language and learning, you're burning a lot of calories in the brain, which is good if you're on like a cut, which I am. I'm always on a cut. Anyways, we got crimes to solve here. So this guy they're chatting. That's Mo, which means like more, I'm pretty sure. So more crimes. Doraemon's also there. Okay, so I actually, internally, I wasn't speaking this out loud, but I was wondering if Doraemon turned into this guy and that was like his human form. Seems to not be the case because they're both present in the same room. So they seem like they're friends. So I'm thinking it's his lawyer. It's kind of his Saul Goodman to his Walter White, you know. And maybe this is like their Jesse, and they're trying to rope him into their crimes. Did he get hit in the face? Okay. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know it. Okay, I don't know. Is that sen? Perhaps? That's definitely, that H looking thing is which is usually like, you know, wakarimasen, I don't know. The little sen is like kind of the negative. So perhaps, oh yeah, I think he's blushing. So I was wondering if he got hit in the face here at some point between the panels. But now he's talking about this girl. He's got a lady friend he's trying to impress. So he's a little blushy. Oh, now he's really blushy, so. I think they're saying something scandalous. I think they're saying something that's no bueno. Are they married now? What's that? No, it's not. Who are these people? Okay. So he's freaking out about whatever they said. Doraemon pulls out of his little pouch. And it's like, marriage. So is this our guy? Is this him in the future? And that's her? Okay, he shoves them back into his drawer. So his parents come running, and he's crying now because of this trauma that they're causing, this poor guy. But they reassure him he's not real, the drawer people. So, you know, gives him a little pat, a little pick me up. Everything's all good. But shoot, time has passed, which is bad because school, perhaps? Because now there's a little something on his roof, which he's gonna parkour out to grab, which that's yo. So yo, something, I should know better. So he's going to pick up the cherry. Whoa, okay. I shouldn't have read ahead. He is gonna fall off the roof and get hung on a tree, which is not good. But he's got his little cherry thing, so it's okay. He's gonna fall. Poor guy. This person is gonna say something to upset him. I'm not quite sure. Let's see, it's a lot. Okay, so yo... No, is that yo? Maybe. Yo, something, yo. Ro, ni. Mo? Tsu. Something, ro, no, ni. Okay, so the vibe I'm getting so far is that Duolingo, while I am familiar with these characters, I definitely recognize them as Japanese, and I'm able to even like enunciate a handful of them. Collectively putting them together, I have no idea what they mean. So I could even be reading this whole thing if I was advanced enough, but I might not be retaining that. And I think that's because, at least when I do Duolingo, it's very auditory, very much listening to what they're saying and then putting it in. And that's just, I always got an earbud in, and if I don't understand what's going on, I'll make them say it again. They can say it slower, I can tap on it and hear it, and it helps a lot because I'm able to kind of auditorily pick that up. And maybe there's something to say about that I'm a native English speaker, and because these are not Romanji characters, I'm having a hard time deciphering them. But I think that's where hopefully Anki is kind of really coming clutch on this 30-day intensive challenge I'm doing, because I'm actually going to be forced to look at the characters, and I'm writing them down in my notebook to really just try to get a hand on them. And I think it's going to be good. And I think that's why, like, a billion different Japanese YouTubers out there, like Japanese learning YouTubers, are suggesting Anki a lot of the time, because you're actually really engaging with the written language, which is why I'm probably struggling a lot with this manga. Take another sip of your drink. You know, let's figure this out. This person is saying something pretty crazy, and he's freaking out. Dawn's blackface, I think. But he blows up on her, and now she's crying, and this guy's gonna show up and be like, whoa, Noah. Okay, that's 4. So that's Yon. Oh, that's Sin Fun. I think this is like 4 minutes or 4 hours. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe slipping on soap, I assume, falling right into the tub. Looks like he's pretty cold. I think his butt still hurts from falling off the tree, so he's warming up by the heater thing. And whoa, his notebook, or someone's notebook is there, and he's going to decipher it. Whoa, and they got all these cool pictures here. What the heck? Okay. I think this is the crime that we've been trying to figure out. Looks like, okay, so it's 1993. Looks like this guy here, you know, he's maybe just started a job, or maybe this is graduation or something, and now he's meeting the boss. He's getting promoted in 1988, but in 1993, something blows up or burns down, and everyone's pretty upset with him in 1995. Okay, actual lore-wise, I'm thinking that this book perhaps reads the future. And I think this is maybe our protagonist who is making his way through life and things are turning out bad. And that's why he's upset. And then the lawyer, or Saul Goodman, comes out. And he's explaining that this is preventable, and he's weeping because his future looks dark. And that's, I think, really relatable to really an international audience, because things look really bleak right now. But if we use our Duolingo knowledge, we can see Kuwamo, which means something more, I suppose. They're helping him out in his pool of tears. So I think Saul is suggesting they maybe flee the country to escape these potential crimes. So he's saying we got the Shinkansen right here. Bullet train. Oh, this is, I think it's Tokyo. Perhaps it's Kyoto, and I'm mixing them up. And that is, I think that's the kanji oki for like big, and then I don't know what that one is. Big future, perhaps. Maybe they're leading to a better future. So they can take a car, they can take a boat, they can take a plane, they can take a train. They seem pretty psyched about this. Whoa, Saul's up on the table, up on all fours. Probably scouting this out. And Doraemon's pulling out his propeller that he can fly with. Okay, they can, looks like they can, Doraemon's got a propeller. We don't see if Saul does. Okay, he does. So they can fly, which is cool. However, looks like maybe his pants fall off, so then he falls again. Now he's walking. Okay, I assume this is the falling happening. Doraemon's not jazzed. Whoa, okay. So this is also the origin of Master Hand from Super Smash Brothers, it looks like. They are talking about that. It looks like they're upset. Whoa, okay. Looking to his book that leads into the future, I think. Looks like he is crippled for life, and his parents are pretty upset about that. Not jazzed about that, as to be expected. Doraemon's pretty chill. He's like, we got this, no worries. So he's working on maybe some homework. Phone rings. It goes like, ding, or something like that. Okay. This is new. Looks like the mom sees Doraemon and seems okay with it. She doesn't seem super worried that he exists. So Doraemon picks up the phone and he's like, Mo L, which means like lots of L's, which is like basically not good. Whoa, he seems a little frisky about that. Something's going on with the phone. Our guy is not happy about it. But, okay, looks like the mom's not happy either, actually. Whoa, I saw some spoilers. I think he dies in the next 2 pages, so let's be careful. Let's take our time. Doraemon's ushering our guy out while the mom cracks up about something that is said here, which is Tony Hawk, perhaps. We go outside. Doraemon pulls out the like a monitor or a mirror, perhaps, and they walk and then walk, and then okay. This one's interesting. This one's gonna take some time. So we got the car and we got our guy. He's getting hit. He's going flying. Standard isekai opening kind of thing. But then we got 2 Doraemons, and we also got our guy over here freaking out. So my initial theory is that this is kind of like a premonition of his death, that these guys are seeing it happen. However, I don't actually know, because he's hurt here. But maybe he's blushing like he was earlier, and I thought he was hurt. So, okay, so I think this is a premonition of his death. Okay, and then looks like he steps on something here. Oh, poor kid's got okay, I like this pedal a lot, actually. This one right here really transcends the language barrier. Okay, so they crush this poor kid's car, and he gets molly whooped because of it, of course. They run away, kind of figuring out what they're gonna do. Doraemon starts pulling out the mirror again. There's once again 2 of them, and they seem to get hit by the car. Is this the same event from earlier? I'm not sure. It looks like this kid is destined to die. I'm thinking it's like a final destination, like death is out for him. And Doraemon is maybe some kind of chaos spirit who has shown up to try to save this kid from his imminent death, kind of for fun, which is the vibe I'm getting. So it's like they're running around, seeing him die over and over, but they're using his magic mirror perhaps to stop this. Because look, here's the car again, and he saves him. And they're running. there's this kid in like a little car. Okay, and they're getting freaked out because they're like, wow, this is exhausting, trying to keep him alive. So they run into this house. There's like kind of a family eating. Looks very good. They're gonna sneak out, push him over, and it really seems like no matter what, he's destined to get hit by a car. So, oh man, okay. So Doraemon jumps in and saves his life, cementing their bond, probably forever, I think, as blood brothers. And as they escape this peril, gets hit in the head by this guy who's also awesome, with a freaking sword. But this guy seems pretty chill. I think they're explaining the situation. And this guy's like, oh, hang on. Looks like no matter who, whoa. Is this a virus, do we think? Let's hit this. Okay, we're back. No worries. See? No worries. Duolingo keeping me safe. Looks like even if this guy is chill with their escapades to escape fate, looks like fate is not chill with them because they throw a car through this poor guy's house and they once again escape. And I think Doraemon's starting to lose it. I think he realizes their chances are slim, so they're gonna start taking risks. They're up on the rooftops now. And no matter what, there's freaking ads for cars. Okay, I'm saying this as a joke, but it actually really does seem like every car is trying to kill these guys. That might actually be what's going on. Like, it was a bit, but I think that's what's happening. So Doraemon takes the hit for our guy, but he's okay. But whoa, something's happened here. Maybe I think they're accepting. And I think that's it for chapter 1. Okay, so full recap. We got our guy. I don't know his name, so we're just gonna keep calling him that. We got Doraemon, who I'm thinking is a chaos spirit. And I think he and Saul Goodman, their spectral lawyer, I think they know that this kid is destined for a life of crime and tragedy. So I think they're getting to him young, and they're gonna try to help him. But no matter what, since they are changing fate, he is still destined to die. But they're moving up the timeline, so he's gonna die, it looks like today. So, you know, he's picking up that cherry from the windowsill, and boom, he's like getting hung on a tree. And then kind of no matter what's going on now, it seems like he's always one step away from death. Sometimes they're even seeing it. They see his future in the book, and looks like he was subject to a terrorist attack that he was maybe blamed for by his bosses. And you know, when that stops helping him change his fate, now they're just throwing cars at him. So it really seems like this is a pretty dire situation. So I know now that I have to really lock in on my Japanese, figure out what exactly is going on here, and if he can outwit fate. In general, I think I've learned that even though I've done like over 3 years of collective Duolingo experience, really, it's not helping me a lot in reading. It definitely helps me when I was in Japan with like speaking very simple stuff. I was never like having a heart-to-heart with anyone really, unless, you know, they were able to speak more English and I was able to speak in Japanese. I think by reading this has actually helped me a lot to realize how much I really need to like lock in and learn, because even though I feel like somewhat confident with my Japanese, I can't even read this children's recommendation for people in my position. So I think if you are kind of trying to figure out where you're at in your Japanese learning experience, I think just try reading something is actually super helpful. I could provide the link for this that I'm reading it on in the description. I found it on Reddit. It might have a virus, I don't know, but I did buy a physical version of Doraemon. So like, I don't know, pirating, but I'm not suggesting you pirate anything. You know, like buy it if you can, but I did want to read it in Japanese, and clearly I have a lot to learn. So if you feel like joining me on my Japanese learning experience and kind of seeing where you're at with yours and learning with me together as a community, I'd really appreciate you sticking around. Today is like day 3, kind of planning on just making videos throughout these 30 days and posting them when I can. I'm super busy and super broke, so between all of that, trying to do YouTube is definitely tricky, but it's something I really love to do. So if you feel like sticking around, that would be great. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you around. Get some sleep.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go.